So, with that, let me have a little sip of water here. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Pammy? Good job, Noah. Okay, now for our last Skateboarding Hall of Fame icon. Hey, the cheap seats in the back, sit down and shut up, okay? This is very important. Our last Skateboarding Hall of Fame Icon Award goes to a true legend, a pioneer and all-around great guy who has kept more shoes on more skateboarders than anyone alive. While at the same time holding the record for the most hot dogs and hamburgers grilled, no doubt. Seriously, this man is a truly loved by all of us in skateboarding, not only because of his great contributions to our sport and culture, but also to each and every one of us personally. His name is Steve Van Doren. And I have never seen him have a bad day, ever. He is always smiling and making sure everyone around him feels good and is taken care of. He truly is one of skateboarding's greatest icons. So could I please have Miss Christy Van Doren Batson to the stage. Give it up for Christy.
Good evening. As I look around to all my friends and family tonight, I have the honor of speaking to you about my dad, Mr. Steve Van Doren. What you might not know about me is, growing up, even in high school, I thought I had the coolest dad. But now, as he's getting inducted tonight among all you legends, I have the coolest dad ever. Dad, you're the most humble, loyal, dedicated person I know. And I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. And every day, as I work by your side at Vans, I see you treat people with care and respect. A perfect analogy for you, Dad, is you are the in-and-out secret sauce of Vans. As your daughter, I've grown up in this crazy industry. I've seen your love for the sport, how you contributed to its growth, and how you've been a father to all of us here tonight. So with that, let me introduce one of my skateboard brothers, Mr. Tony Alva, to share his thoughts.
You look so good. Wow. The skateboarders, we all call Steve Van Doren the ambassador of fun, and it's pretty obvious why. He definitely is one of the most just prominent examples of how to be of service. And it's come through running a multi-million-dollar business into a multi-billion-dollar business that gives back, and that's why. Because what it does is it creates this organic evolution that brings us wealth and brings us prosperity. And that's one of the things that Steve has taught me, is he's given us skateboarders longevity, and a lot of us are old school guys that probably would have had careers that ended quite a while ago if it wasn't for our affiliation with Vans, with the Van Doren family. I've known Chrissy since she was a little girl, watched her grow up. I know Steve's father. He's an amazing, just example of why Steve is the way Steve is, because of the way he was brought up. Steve was brought up in good stock. We're Dutch. Steve and I both share Dutch heritage. Not to get racist or religious about anything here, but I'm just telling you, if it's not Dutch, it ain't much. And that's what Steve and I always say to each other. The Mexican side of my family can take a back seat for right now. But I still love you, Caballero. But it's just great, the sense of humor. You can see how, Christy is definitely almost an appendage to Steve. And our whole team of guys that are in the middle here, You know, we have Chopper and Johnny Layton. We've got our boy, you know, Bob Provost, the man. You know, I got to give props to where, you know, it's due, because we got a badass team outside of even the skateboarding team. If you haven't seen Propeller yet, you better go see it, because you haven't seen skateboarding until you've seen that video. The other thing I would just like to say is Steve's beautiful wife. She's an amazing support. She's kept him healthy and happy. And I've just watched, you know, this whole thing evolve to where I'm a part of it, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. There's two really important things that I've learned from being a professional skateboarder, and that you don't last, you ain't going nowhere unless you learn how to be professional off the board as well as on the board. And the work ethic that comes with the Van Doren family heritage and my relationship in being a part of that team is that I've learned how to be professional off the board. And therefore, God grants me with another day as a professional skateboarder and as a sober member of the skateboard community. So, Steve loved me and believed in me and waited for the transformation, but the transformation that has really happened in my life is that I've had the opportunity to be a part of Steve's life and to be basically like joined at the hip with like a true mentor. And so I'd like to introduce Steve Van Doren.
Whoa! Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is really an honor. Thank you, I ask. Thank you all, the industry, for when I look at icons and I get to join them, it's just really unbelievable. My father started a company. I got to grow up with it. In 1970s, middle of 1970s, everybody in this room that was tied into skateboarding adopted Vans. When I think of me, I think of Vans, because that's what I've done for 49 years. We love what we do. You guys adopted us in 2015. We're still supporting everybody in this fucking room. All right? We care about you. We love you. You're part of our family. We're always there to help. I want to thank, first of all, my family. My brothers and sisters are here right over this table here. My brother Paul, my sister Kathy, my sister Cheryl, my sister Janie's in Oklahoma, couldn't make it, and my brother-in-law, sister-in-laws, and then my wife for 39 years, Susan, who's put up for me for 39 years. Stand up, Susan. That's my lovely wife, who lets me go away on trips trying to help skateboarding. But I'm honored to be able to have a great daughter, and now I have a great grandson and a great son-in-law. Great friend like Tony Alva, who we've traveled around the world. But Christian Assoy, Steve Caballero, and Tony, we joined the Young Guns and rolled around the world to show Propeller off and get to see people that love skateboarding all over Europe, all over Asia, all over South America, and here in the United States. It's so rewarding. My family at Vans, all the guys and girls that work with us, because the one thing is, I get to do all the fun things for the last 15 years. The early days I had to run our retail division, but the last 15 or 20 years, I'm an ambassador. And I get to go out because those guys are working their rear ends off at the company, making sure that we make good product. We bring it to all the stores that are around there, and I'm proud that our stores do sell all the products that everybody makes in here, boards, decks, wheels, everything, trying to help support. Thank you very much for that there. Today at the IAS Summit, which we get together once a year for 2 days, I was really inspired, like Adopt Skateboarding, helping kids next up. And, you know, bringing back to all of the different things that you forget about that people are doing out there. And I had brought two special guests tonight that I asked to come. And I wanted these two ladies to stand up because they've been doing great things in skateboarding for the last 30 plus years. I want to ask them to stand up, Gail Webb, American Sports Mom. and Sonia Catalano, who run Castle for amateur skateboarders. That's why I do what I do, because I see people like her, people like Adaptive Skateboarders, people like Next Up, Bridge. All these great people are in skateboarding. Come here. Ladies, come over here. I want you to take a bow with me. These two ladies here have been working their hearts out for kids, young skaters. Castle, I was excited to hear Christian's son got to go in a Castle event a couple of weeks ago, and Gail Webb, who had people like Omar and Tony Hawk and everybody that had done demos all over the world. And that's why I have passion. I see it through the ladies like this and all the great things that everybody out there, that we're one big, great family. And from myself, I'm honored tonight, and thank you very much. Let's get on with this night. See the real heroes. Thank you.
Give it up for Steve Van Doren. Amazing. Awesome.